Hey, this is just a quick update. I've already showed you how to pull out a wall mount air conditioner. But before, when I used to pull these cans out, I would pull them out the front. I already told you and taught you how to pull off carefully this piece of trim by scoring it and gently taking this out and putting it back up. That's how I used to do it. But you know what? I found a different way to do it. You don't have to take this off at all. Now, most of the time, these housings have a lip inside, and that's why I had to pull this off, to take this and pull it straight out, okay? But this is an update with the other video I showed you. If you haven't seen that other video, go take a look at it, because this shows you how to take out the whole air conditioner and put in a new one. This is an update, newsflash, a little bit quicker way. All right, here we go. Now here's the housing, and the reason why I can't push this out, there's a piece of trim in here that they put in here, but there's the outside trim too, so there's a lip under here. Now I got to pull this out, okay? It's just a 1x2 strip or a little piece of plywood ripped in there, so I got to pull that out. Sometimes it's attached with screws. Well, they didn't do that for me this time. They make it a little bit more difficult for me, so I got to get my nail puller out, and I've got to pull out some nails here so I can try to get this out of here. And they put in finish nails, wouldn't you know it? So they're really being mean to me. Usually I can just pull them up that way. That's not going to work. See, that's just a piece of plywood, so I'm going to have to find something else. My bag of tricks. Got just a little chisel, and it's about 1/4 inch, so I'm just going to cut through that using this. I want to pull that out. That way I have enough room to get my screwdriver in there and pry. You'll see. If your air conditioner is like this one, I don't want you to have to pull your trim out if you don't have to. You know, I'm pretty good about pulling trim, and I haven't messed up a wall yet. But this is an easier way. Now I don't have to mess with it. See, I just use that to cut that. I can pull that out of there. Joe doesn't mess around when he does stuff, right, Tony?
Right.
Now, hopefully I can get the rest of this out of here. Without too much trouble. And even if your nail, the nail is below the lip, you should be able to cut this here and snap it off. I just want to get it out. Got a nail, I'm pressing that down because I don't want anyone to step on it, down on the ground. Good. And that's why I carry my nail bag, because I got all kinds of stuff. I'm just using some electrical dikes, and I'm going to pull the nails out that way. You catching all this, cameraman?
Yes.
Yes. You sure you don't want to be filmed? I'm going to show your face at the end. What do you think? Would that be okay?
Negative.
Negative. All right. That's what we got so far. You with me?
Yes.
Okay. Next step coming up.
Okay.
Now see along here. This is that lip I was talking to you about. See, it's part of this housing. See here? That's why I can't pull that straight out, because it would hit the trim on the inside, and I can't pull it out either because there's trim on the outside of the building that goes around the air conditioner, and I can't push this straight out because this lip is going to hit here. Well, that's why we're going to go with the next step. And I learned this a little while ago, and I wanted to show it to you, because whenever I get something that will help you with your project, I'm going to show it. I'm just going to wedge this up a little bit like that, okay? See there? Catching all this, cameraman?
Yes.
Okay, now I got my nail puller here. I'm going to put my nail puller in there. I don't really care about this housing. I can beat this up however much I want. Okay, now I can move it over. Put my screwdriver over here like that. And I can transfer this over like this. And I'm going to get right over in here. I've got to really wedge on that. You see that? Now it's going to come. Now I'm going to have to move this over like this. Now I can keep moving it over this way. That's why I had to get that piece of trim, that little piece of plywood out of there, right? Okay. Now I can get over here. I can keep using my screwdriver here, like that. Okay. I want to get over here in this corner, right here. I'm going to wedge that up. Okay. So far, so good. Now I've got to get that lip. I'm going to pull this in now. And I'm going to use my screwdriver as like a little wedge, and I'm going to walk it out. Walk it. I've got to kind of slide this. I've got this whole canister loose now. Okay, so I have to look in here and make sure I'm above the trim. I might have to bring that up a little bit more. I don't have it up high enough yet. I'm really wedged on this. You make those noises, it helps. Let me tell you, just there. Guess I could do that too. Okay. Now I can just sort of try to pull it through the opening as I'm doing that. Just gonna be careful. Don't get too rambunctious here. Better calm down. Okay, now I'm going to try with my screwdriver. I'm just going to kind of lift up. I want to be careful with this trim, because if you're not, you could start prying that trim out without even knowing it. Okay? Looks like it's high enough. So now I just lift, pull, kind of wedge on the top. And I see that it's hitting right here. I can lift that, see, because it's bent like that. Ooh, yeah. Almost have it. I think I got that edge. Now I'm going to feel over here. Look at that. I think I got it high enough there. Okay. Wow. All right. Now I gently pull that, and I'm right over the trim there. Just have to work it here. Look at that. Kaboom. All right. So far, so good. Now, of course, I'm not showing you every single step in this video. It's going to be on that other whole video series. If you haven't watched that, you need to watch that. Okay? See here, this trim is still in place. It all looks nice. I've got this bent up out of here. I don't really care about this because this one's coming out. So you just kind of jockey this out. And if you're on a second floor, this works perfect because you can't get out there. I used to try to bend this up and pull it out the back, you know, because I was afraid I couldn't get it over the top trim. Then I finally figured out, hey, I can get it over this top trim. So I'd rather work inside because I got to do most of the stuff inside anyways. Okay, just jockey it out. And just be careful with it. Sometimes they're fit in there tight. The more prying, the more damage you're going to do to the trim, okay? That's it. Now see, the trim is all nice and secure. If you happen to loosen this up, you can tap this back into place, and sometimes when you jockey this out, if the opening's not perfectly square, you may have trouble getting it out. So after you get it out, we're going to clean this edge up and everything. And if you happen to see, like I'm looking up here at the top, and it looks like this top is just slightly loose. I might put one nail in there, or at least I'll put a little bit of caulking in there. And this one's tight, and I noticed this line was here from before. So I'm going to put a little caulking there too. When I get everything done, I'll be doing some caulking around this and everything. Make sure you check things like that too, because even if you didn't do it yourself, you might look at it and think, well, I didn't do that, I'm leaving it. Well, the next person who sees that, they're going to see, oh yeah, Joe didn't fix that over there. He didn't do that over there either. I don't want him doing my work for me. So just do a good job when you get all done and get it all nicely caulked and everything. Okay, now go watch the rest of that video series. I'm telling you, it's a good series and it will show you the complete project. Hey, I got to go for now, but I'll be back with more videos.